Okay. I hope y'all been progressing, doing good. You feel me? Shout out to everybody. Shout out to all the love. Shout out to the opportunity for me to even come on here and be able to record and release the content in the fashion that I do. Because y'all know it's no channel like us. There's nobody on here doing what we do. So the fact that I can come on here and do what I do, and the fact that y'all appreciate it, man, it mean the world to me, boy. So I always hope y'all been progressing. I know y'all been progressing, man. No cap. So today is a day that I never thought would come. I never thought that I would see the day where niggas is actually challenging the 2K headquarters. I never thought I would see that. And I hope that more creators will jump on this trend. Hopefully Flight or Cash Nasty. Soluminati been doing it for a minute, but I wonder how far this can go. And that's why it has me interested, and that's why you got a Lindo Sama reaction. So we gonna sit here, we gonna watch this video, and I'm gonna give my thoughts on it. But for now, let me show y'all this, man. This is a badge plug video. Yeah, this nigga got us on the black screen. You about to get flashbanged, but this is a badge plug video, man. I'm interested to see what badge plug has to say. Like I said, in the last video with Joe Knows, change has to happen. And in order for change to happen, you have to prompt the viewers. You can't just be saying shit or not even saying shit. You can't expect nothing to change and you not talking about it because closed mouths, just fucking combine them two words. But it's basic knowledge. Closed mouths do not get fed. So if you want something, you have to speak it. Anyways, let's watch
The
this.
2K community is starting to get interesting for the first time in a very long time. I'm sure most of you guys have seen Joe Knows posting on his main YouTube channel saying that things need to change, giving ideas on how 2K can implement a way to make it.
Hold on, badge plug. I ain't gonna lie, this camera's something peak. This camera's something peak. You got the Shure close up, but it's out of focus, and you behind it, and it's in focus. That shit cold. I ain't gonna lie. That shit cold. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna clap it up for Joe Knows on that note. Why that clap ain't work? I'm gonna clap it up for Joe Knows on that note. That's some sweet camera skills, man. I know you're not the one holding the camera or anything like that, but I just appreciate little shit like that. But I agree with what he said. This is the most interesting the 2K community has been in a very long time. And it don't even have no beef involved. Like I said in the beginning of this video, I just want to see if niggas gonna come together.
Easier for the community and newer players to get into the game, and I love it. There are only 3 YouTubers in the 2K community right now that still actively post Park with over 1 million subscribers. 1, Double H. 2, Joe Knows. 3, me. So now that
Damn. How times have changed, bro. How times have changed. I remember everybody was posting 2K, nigga. Duke Dennis, Agent, motherfucking Soluminati, goddamn, Pretty Boy Fredo, goddamn. Flight. I remember everybody was posting 2K, grinding DF. Now where the Phantom, nigga? Where the fuck was it? Where everybody at now, man? The game is ass dog shit, boy. Ass dog shit, nigga. Holy moly. Coda, man. I'm pretty sure Coda, man, he might still make some Park content. But damn, the game is dog shit. Fuck.
there is 2 people using our voice, as I will be today and as I have been for years, maybe things can change. Of course, people are going to laugh at it. You know, people laughed at Joe. And you guys see now, if you watch his video, what's been happening to me for years. I've been laughed at. I've been called a grifter, whatever it is. Even people now questioning why I've not made a response, some people, to Joe's video. Like I have to make a response to that or something. But shout out to the majority of people that knew before even making this where I stand.
What? What do you mean a response? Y'all beefing or something? Anyways, that's the reason that niggas was laughing at you is because you didn't pull out a trump card. Since Joe knows, I feel fucked up saying this, but bruh, since Joe knows use MLK, you might as well use Malcolm X as an example, nigga. That's the only way some of these niggas gonna listen. I ain't gonna lie. Because it's a lot of negative Nancy's in the world. However, once you put some undeniable facts in their face, then they'll shut the fuck up. However, everybody entitled to their own opinion, so it doesn't really matter. All that matters is that y'all continue to spread the message and that videos like this continue to come out. That's all that matter. And I really encourage you and any other creators to take a stand for this shit, bro. Like, we don't have to be paying all of this money for 2K. I remember $20 used to get me to an 88 overall. We don't have to be doing all this. This freeze frame crazy as hell. Just freak the fuck out. But we don't have to be going through the fucking financial strain that we do. We really don't. You can abstain from buying these games. However, it's just a lack of discipline, bro. It's a lack of discipline. People would rather settle than actually go out and get what they want. At least that's what they're displaying. However, the more and more people actually come to awareness, then things will change. That's why I said I hope it's other YouTubers who come together and talk about this.
My loyalty has always been with the community, and you guys already knew that. And even if 2K did invite me to something in the future, that still would not change any way that I feel. I've always stood up. So it's crazy to me how some people have responded recently. I actually just recently also looked into and estimated how much money I've lost. And it's probably about $100,000 since I've started my career for being what I am.
Nigga, what? You lost $100,000? Nigga, what? Doing what? The fuck you do? I'm interested. You talking about like sponsorships that you missed out on because you was speaking what you was speaking? Shit, you could have sold out and took that $100K and then still came out and make this video. You could be a double agent. Ain't nobody tripping on that. I ain't gonna lie. 100,000. What, boy?
The voice of the community, or trying to be. All right. I've done this for almost 10 years now and not been invited to anything, as you guys know.
Damn.
So it's just crazy that it was even questioned. And
damn,
at
they don't fuck with you?
very minimum, I've lost $50,000. Okay? Please understand that.
Who said something to this nigga, though? Somebody said something to this nigga? Who said something to this nigga? Hold on. I thought that this video, he was I thought he was going to be an ally to Joe Knows. Nah, I'm confused. Let me play this vid.
I lost a deal that was $15,000 because of my relationship with 2K. It was turned down. It was declined. Before we really get deep into this, I do want to give some context for people that have maybe never heard me say it or are new. But
thank you.
I've played this game since I was literally a child. I've loved this game for a very long time. Before I ever made $1, I loved 2K.
Fire.
Obviously, it's changed a lot, okay, over the years. I've played since, I think, 2K8. It's clearly changed a lot, but I still do love it, and I still, of course, have faith that we can change things. We can make things better. This isn't even necessarily...
Thank you, and that's all that you need is faith. So many niggas don't have faith, and that's why so many niggas don't have shit.
About 2K27, it's about the future. And like Joe said in his video, I was in the group chat where there was like 35 creators added to it. About half of them didn't even respond. A good amount of them, when they did respond, they didn't take it serious. And it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? We've talked about this a million times. We're not going to go over why it is the way it is. But even the people that did, like he said, this is what I think we should do. This is what I think we should do. And I was like, hey, that's a good idea. I can go for that. That's a good idea. I can go for that. You guys let me know what we're doing, and I'm here. I put all my cards on the table. So maybe in the future, things will change. Maybe Double H will make a video. Maybe other big creators will say something. But I just want to let y'all know
that nigga name dropped your ass, Double H. Double H, that nigga name dropped you, boy. Yeah, he name dropped you. You better step to the stand. You better step to the stand. One thing I do want to say, though, is that, honestly, why is this something that is so complicated? I understand that this is a way that y'all make money, but as creators, you have the ability to create whatever you want. You are not limited to just 2K. However, I understand how some people would be fearful of losing some deals they got or some shit like that, but there is nothing to fear, especially when you already put yourself in the situation that you in. Any setback would be for a major comeback, my nigga. You shouldn't fear losing it all, because you won't lose it all if that's not your body. However, if you allow yourself to give up, you just might lose it all. But I doubt that that's you. So if you a creator, why didn't y'all just text in the group chat, hey, everybody make a video. We about to go on 2K strike until these niggas, like, be reasonable. How hard can that be? Niggas shooting out ideas like this shit is rocket science. Everybody knows that they getting scammed when it comes to this game. Even the little niggas. Even the little niggas know they getting scammed. The peewees, they know. So I don't get that.
I'm not going to be making an update to each and every person's response. It's just really awesome that Joe started this discussion and used his main platform to do it.
Facts.
So that's what I'm going to get into today. We're going to touch on some of the things he said. I'm going to expand on some of the things he said and give some ideas I think that's realistic for 2K to change the game. Again, microtransactions are a part of many, many games.
That's a part of
plans,
gaming in general now. Microtransactions is a part of gaming. That's a new part of gaming, bro. We're going to have to accept that.
Their business model. 2K is not just going to go, all right, enough people have complained. We're going to take microtransactions out of the game. Builds are going to be free. They would lose
shit never
millions
happen.
And millions, maybe even into the billions.
That shit will never happen, boy.
We've talked about, realistically, over 10 million people have bought 2K26 this year. I talked about it in my last video. There's only about 200,000-ish people that watch YouTube creators. We know that because
only 200,000 people watch 2K creators? Hold on, let me run that back to make sure. This nigga might be lowballing himself, bro. This nigga might be lowballing himself, I'm not gonna lie. This video got 53,000 views in a day. And this is just one creator. You might be lowballing yourself, buddy. You have 1 million subscribers. The numbers, man. The numbers that are given to you, that shit don't mean nothing in comparison to what that actually means. This video could get 10 views. Now imagine 10 people sitting in one room watching a Lindo Sama video. This video could get 50 views. Imagine 50 people, 50 humans in one room. You don't even have 50 people come to your birthday party. You don't even have 50 people in your classroom. Now imagine this video gets, 100 views. That's 100 niggas watching this. 50,000 people who watch this video in a day. Do you know how many people that is? That shit is, bro, that is worth a lot more than y'all think. There's a business book that I read, and they said one bad customer has the equation to like 10 or some shit, because they gonna leave negative reviews. If you don't satisfy one customer, they gonna tell everybody, man, don't go there. That food nasty as hell. Don't go there. That grocery store stank. Don't go there. The worker rude as fuck. And that word spreads like wildfire. So do not diminish the value. And I'm not saying that's what he's doing, but in the comparison, it sounded like it. I don't want to assume, no, but please just understand the power that y'all have.
26 this year. I talked about it in my last video. There's only about 200,000-ish people that watch YouTube creators. We know that because the biggest YouTubers in the 2K community average like 100K views a video. So even if everybody was to boycott the game, say don't buy it, that's like 100,000 people, 200,000 people if every single person didn't buy the game. There's
now 200,000 people. Double that by the person. By the person. If it's 200,000 unhappy customers, they is going to tell everybody. Like I said, don't be intimidated and don't worry about that shit. This shit that y'all is doing is powerful. I hope you know that. Badged plug. Almost forgot this nigga name. I almost calling him Grinding DF because maybe Grinding DF needs to make the video.
Still millions of people that play my team, play now online.
Plug? Hold on. Yeah, I never watched Badge Plug before this. This might be the first Badge Plug video I watched. Besides maybe like a center video in like 2K20 or something.
They play offline. They play my GM. Okay, so how can we really
what did he say? My GM?
If every single person didn't buy the game. There's still millions of people that play my team, play now online, they play offline, they play my GM. Okay, so how can we really?
There are millions of people that play my GM. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap. I ain't gonna lie, millions of niggas is not playing. I could probably fit the niggas playing my GM in one room, bro. I ain't gonna lie. No fake it, nigga. Yeah.
Actually have a good chance.
Nah, but for real, I'm bullshitting. My GM do got a good community. I'm bullshitting, but man, we not worried about that.
Sort of change into the game to get some sort of win, right? This is the beginning. Okay, things can keep going, but I think again, like Joe was saying, we have to be able to benefit both sides. We have to benefit 2K to change something and the community. And now I've got ideas again that I'll be expanding upon from Joe's and also adding some of mine as well. I think making the game free is a very realistic idea. Okay.
Wait, what? Should I have completely watched Joe Knows video making the game free? Wait, what? Yo. If they made the game free, I feel like VC prices would skyrocket.
Let's say the game is $80. Now it is $0. All it takes for 2K to recoup their $80 loss is for a person to make one build. One build. A build is like $80. All right. So imagine the chance. Now we're going from 2K sells around 10 million copies a year, 10 million people playing, whatever. They buy it on sale throughout the year, to maybe you got 30, 40, 50 million people buying the game a year. And if just half of those, let's say we go up to 20 million, and half of those people turn into customers, now you got 15 million paying customers instead of 10. So you've got a bunch of people that are able to get in the door now. As it's been talked about before, the barrier to entry is the phrase for 2K is really high. You got to spend $100 for the game, $100 for a build to get your clothes, to get your Gatorade, to get your boost, all that. Now, Joe talked about this in his video, being able.
So I'm going to run it back. But as I was listening to him talk, that honestly makes a lot of sense. That honestly makes a whole lot of sense. I believe that they already have the formatting of a free game. The one thing that they probably should do is lower the VC prices for upgrades. They can keep the VC prices for clothing and all that shit expensive as hell. Like if you want your character draped in designer, you're going to have to pay designer prices. However, the upgrading system, it should not take me $80 to get a nigga to an 85 overall. Plain and simple. That shit is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. If they did that, I really see what he's saying. That was the first time I ever heard it. So like the shock value was there. Y'all could probably hear it in my voice. If they did that, the player base for 2K would go up so much that they could add more microtransactions. The battle pass, it would go a lot crazier. Um, if they lowered the build prices, it would go a lot crazier. They could also do like bundles different from the bundles that they do now. Maybe if they like, maybe if they did bundles with special brands that actually costed money. I don't know. I don't know, man. They could be very creative with it. They could do I almost said some crazy shit. I'm not gonna lie, and I don't even know how this would work. But they could do a bundle where it's like you could buy a ticket for a certain game mode. Say it's like a certain gym, the event center. Say you would have to buy a $5 ticket to get into the event center. And in the event center, it's like crazy rewards and shit, and it's like hella streamers in that. I don't know if that's even legal, but that would be fire. It would make it a lot more competitive and everything. So that's just an idea. And honestly, the attention in the player base is worth whatever they are going to sacrifice.
$100 for a build to get your clothes, to get your Gatorade, to get your boost, all that. Now, Joe talked about this in his video, being able to start as an 85 overall. Your first build automatically being able to go to an 85.
I don't know. Because where's the grind in that? I don't know about that one.
I think 99 is honestly fine as well. I don't see any reason why 2K can't give your first build a 99 overall.
I ain't gonna lie. That would be tough. But y'all are just saying like the prices of VC. Are you saying like immediately upgradable? If it's immediately upgradable, that would be sweet. I ain't gonna lie. If they removed it so it's like, okay, you gotta do this, this, and this, that would be tough. They could make the game free. They could remove the progression meter shit. And they could make it so once you unlock a badge, you use VC to upgrade it like in the last one. So they can still generate more income off of that. That would be fire if it was no restrictions. But I don't know what they're saying. If you just came in with your character as a 99, that would be fire. It sounds fire. I ain't gonna fake. Like if I just make a build and the build is just cold as hell off rip, but then it's like, where are they gonna be making money at all? Would they just, like I was saying earlier, would niggas be spending real money on clothes and shit like that, like Fortnite skins and stuff?
Now, I'm not saying the game has to be free and your first build of 99 overall. It could be one or the other. It could be both. Either way, though, that's another way to get people on the game. 2K is not able to tap in to this little base, a big base they got, because people can't get through that barrier to entry. So if your first build is free and you're able to actually get on the game and try it, and then you like it, well, now you increase the chances. You've already got someone on the game that wouldn't even have got on the game before that, but now they have a chance to buy another build and then buy another. You know what I'm saying? It's going to snowball, and that's how we grow the community instead of keeping it around where it's been for years and years. 10 million sales, 11 million sales. That's where they've been for years now. One idea that was brought up in the chat about this was that people may abuse
10 million and 11 million sales. Hold on real quick. Hold up. Hold on. Hold on, yo. Hold up real quick. Hello?
Hey, what's up?
I got a question. So I just heard that 2K is only selling 10 to 11 million copies every year. Is that small in comparison to other large franchises like Call of Duty and GTA and anything like that? I can't think of no other big continuous games, but how do that fare?
Let me get some numbers here. Yeah, so if that's true, that's a strong number for a sports title. But it is still smaller than something like Call of Duty or GTA, because those are just juggernauts.
Huh. How much smaller would you say? Like what percent smaller? What about Fortnite? How many players are on Fortnite?
Good question. And the percent, so if Call of Duty is around 20 million, then 2K would be about half the size. In raw unit terms, that's 45 to 50%
Damn.
smaller. But yeah, they're serving a slightly different niche too. And as far as Fortnite, it's a different model altogether because it's free, but it's got this massive player base, roughly 110 to 120 million monthly active players. It's huge.
Shit. All right, thank you.
Yeah.
Sorry to cut you off. Golly, bruh. What the fuck?
Making a new account and having a new build. I don't think that that is likely at all, especially if 2K continues down the path they have been with the rewards you get in the rep rewards. So the cap breakers, how it makes your build way better, all the rewards you got, the clothing, you've grinded your hotspots, all these things that are on your player. You don't want to make a new account and be at 99 overall with no cap breakers versus your other account that's got 10 cap breakers. I don't think that's something that would be abused at all as long as 2K keeps going down the path they are. And again, to touch on the first build being free, that wouldn't just help new players, that's helping everybody in the community. Now, I also want to talk about the way cap breakers have been set up this year on 2K. We just talked about September builds and how they are.
That shit was doing too much. That shit was doing too much. I still, till this day, ain't get all my cap breakers because that shit doing too much on, bro.
Bad throughout the year, but not necessarily this year on 2K26, and it seems like they're probably going to make cap breakers even better in 2K27.
Thank
you.
You
Can create a build and just make it better as you go through the year. You get your one free build, and you can continue to expand upon that build with your cap breakers giving you, 7 driving dunk for 1 cap breaker as you keep playing the game. Now you might be asking, well, what does that do for 2K then if someone gets on the game that they got for free, and then they have a free build and they don't make another one, they just keep playing the game? They are a literal still customer for 2K. So are all these new people as well. 2K, I don't know, can't tell you exactly how it goes, but they've been partnered with Gatorade for years now. Gatorade goes to 2K. They probably have a multi-year partnership, and 2K says, hey, 10 million people buy the game every year, and this is how much people play. This is how much they're going to see it. This is how much money we want. If you want to be in the game, pay it or don't. All right, so Gatorade pays that fee. Now, imagine 2K has grown their player base from 10 million to 20 million. They can get a lot more money per advertiser on their game saying, hey, 20 million people can now see this versus 10. And also, these are new customers as well. These are people that have never been blasted with these ads. They're not really ads. You know what I'm saying? Like you see Gatorade, you see Nike, stuff like that in the game. So even if someone gets a game for free, has a build for free, and does nothing else, they're still a customer. They are still making 2K money. Now, I think another thing that 2K could easily do, really easily, is make the actual VC earnings about 2 to 3, probably about 3 times better. So when you play a game in the park, you get like 300 VC or something. Imagine now it's about 1,000. So 400, a build is 375,000 on average in 2K26. So 375 games will give you a free build because you get 1,000 VC per game. If you play in the rec, you're going to get, let's say, 5,000 VC per game. So it's going to be way less. That's like 80 rec games or something like that. Less than 100. That's like 40 hours of gameplay, which is a lot of gameplay. But now you actually know, as a player, I can play the game and earn a build or two throughout the year. Earn a second or third build from completely just playing the game. And again, that is going to be more playing time.
That would be good. I ain't going to lie, nigga. If you want to build a fucking player from scratch, that shit going to take you 17 years of your life to get to a 99.
Which also increases your chances of purchasing anything in the game. That's how it goes for all games. That's why social media tries to keep your attention as high as possible. Or video games like Call of Duty. They want to keep you on the game because it's very obvious if someone is playing the game longer, let's say 2 hours a day versus an hour a day, well, that person is more likely to spend money. This has been an idea for a while. Recycling builds is a great idea, okay? Now, when you recycle something in real life, if you buy, a can of whatever, and then you go to recycle them, you obviously get way less, okay? 2K is not gonna let you make a build for, let's say, 375,000 VC and then delete it, and they give you all your 375,000 back. No, they're not gonna do that, but that would be nice to get like 100,000 VC back. 150,000 VC back. You're not able to play on that build anymore. You are going to recycle it. Just like in my team, the example that Joe gave, when you have a card, you can buy a card and then you can get rid of it, but you get something back for it. through the auction house. And, there's ways to be able to sell your cards and get something back for everything that you put into that. You're not necessarily going to get the max amount, but you're going to get something back. You don't get anything right now in the park mode. Another good idea that I want to expand upon was being able to get a free build, because at Legend 1 this year, you're able to get a free build. Okay, so that
Really?
has been approved. I think that what 2K should do is give you a free build at the start of each new rep. So maybe not rookie 1. Let's say they start the game out. Rookie 1, you get a free one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Starter 1, you get a new build. Up
That'd
to
be fire.
Veteran 1. Now you're going to get another build.
That would be
Most
sweet as hell. That would be cold.
people hit Veteran 1 towards the end of the year. Okay, a decent amount of 2K players, but not really millions and millions. So it's still not going to give that many free builds, but it's going to help. It's all a snowball. Okay, a good amount of people hit Veteran 2 this year.
If they did that, I'm not gonna lie. If they did that and they put, making another build behind a paywall, bro, that shit would be cold, man. That shit would be cold as hell. It would kind of like, I don't know why I thought of like gymming on Clash of Clans, but it would be that effect. It's like either you sit there and wait it out, or you grind that shit out, you know what I'm saying? Or you use your paper on it.
Last year on 2K, you guys know that watch my videos, I've called Veteran 2 the legend for people that have a life. You know what I'm saying? Veteran 2 is where you get the second to last +3 cap breakers, and it's like Veteran 2 to Legend 1 is just very few people hit that Legend 1, but a good amount do hit Veteran 2. So Starter 1, you get a new one. Veteran 1, most people are only going to get 2 new free builds, maybe even 1, but still, it's 1 more free build. And again, that's going to increase your playing time. It's going to increase your chances to spend money. That can help 2K. That can get new people in the door. It incentivizes you again to play the game. We both win with these ideas. So guys, that is it for me. But one more thing I do want to say is, I encourage other creators to make a video on their main platforms. Maybe even just make a tweet about what you think can help 2K and help the 2K community. And you're not going to risk anything. You're not like, don't buy the game. And
like
you're
niggas
gonna
is
be okay.
pussy.
All right. And guys, everyone that's watching the video, please let me know what you think about this video, and also what you think we can talk about, what we can add as creators to the discussion to maybe make change. And also, my last video it got copyrighted, so it does not get pushed out by the YouTube algorithm. So if you guys want to click it right here, it's where I play from black plate to red plate in the rec. You can check it out. It's a 2-hour movie. I'm out of here. Click it, tap it if you want to. Peace.
Oh shit. I just leaked sauce. Y'all not supposed to see him.
The 2K community is starting.
We gatekeep those. We gatekeep those. Hey, that was an amazing video. You feel me? That was an amazing video. Joe Knows, man. Not Joe Knows. Badge Plug with a great idea. Great proposition to add to the table. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section. Pull up to the Twitch, bro. Link in the description, man. I ain't playing.